Every 2x4 wall that we put down on an exterior wall, we glue the bottom of that wall to the plywood floor. What that does is not only makes it stronger, but it seals it, and there's no air can come through there.
That makes perfect sense.
You know, all the air that comes into your house through little bitty cracks adds up to a great big hole.
Right.
In the end.
Right.
So it's just like cracking your front door and letting air in. So everything we do, take a special note to seal it and to make sure that we can't get any air in that house and keep it nice and warm and efficient.
Well, in this day and age, energy efficiency is the key.
It's everything.
It's everything, yeah.
Yes, sir. We're going to brace this wall off. It's pretty close to being plumb, but when the outside wall comes in, we'll get it perfect. Get it right in place. How much time do you think we saved by putting this up inside the factory with a crane?
It's ridiculous because you know what? It's raining outside.
Right.
And
not to mention a little snow that we've had all day long.
And you wouldn't even have the guys wouldn't even be on the job site.
Right.
You burned a day.
That's right. And the beauty of this is nothing's wet.
You know what? The beauty is these guys would normally be out in the field swinging a hammer. They're inside where it's climate controlled and nice and dry.
And so is your house.
And they're making money. And like you said, yes, so is your house. Because you know what? Every time this stuff gets wet, it expands.
It does, and that can be a problem down the road when the flooring is put down.
Yeah.
It may not appear at the moment, but later down the line it pops up, and then you got a problem.
Yeah, this is
controlled environment is the way of the future.
And this is so
solid as you can be. Once we sand the floors and sweep them clean, do the patchwork, resand them, sweep it again, then we put this plastic down. And the purpose for the plastic is so that when we get further down the line, after we do sheetrock work and painting and all those kind of things, we can take the plastic up and our floor is perfect. It's not dirty.
Got you.
Now we cut it a little bit short, 3.5 inches for a 2x4 wall, because we want to run that seal down through there that we showed you, that glue seal.
Right.
Because we don't want any air leakage. If we would have put the plastic underneath the walls,
you get air.
Then we're going to get some air leaking in there. So we take precautions for all those kinds of things. So once that outside wall was set and everything's in place, then we start bringing in, it's real easy, start bringing in these smaller interior walls. They're already put together modular.
Yep.
And they're already notched out for the double top plate.
Right.
And you just simply set them in place, drive a few nails with a hammer, and then they come behind with a nail gun and really nail them down really tight.
I got you.
Now what we have is we have sheetrock on one side of every wall. And the purpose of that is we could put it on both sides, but we have to run electrical and switch plates and switch covers and all of those things, access. And further down the line, we'll begin to put the sheetrock once the mechanicals are in place, and it'll start looking more like a house every inch that we move it.
And everything is 16-inch on center, right?
Everything is 16-inch center in this factory. It's not done that way everywhere, but we're old school and we like to keep it that way. Let's take a look-see at these plans for Joe's house. There's a lot of engineering that goes in this, and we'll skip some of the little fine details, but just to show you the floor plan and some of the detail stuff that goes in here. I mean, every measurement has to be perfect because it has to fit.
Right.
And you don't get a second chance. You have to really slow down everything that we do here if you make a mistake. So you can see a lot of green and red lines here. This is all your electrical pulls. So the electricians will be using all this information from here when we're doing that flooring system to put all this stuff together. And you can see this is a really nice size house here. It's a 5-box house. And we even do the foundations for the builder because we wanted to make sure it fits our house.
So it fits the house.
So instead of having a third party figure out the foundations and the footings, we do all of that. It's all approved by a third party that comes in here several times a week and inspect everything that we're doing. And they walk these down the line and they make sure everything is exactly the same. Here you see where all the flooring rafters lay out. It's just all full of detail.
Yeah.
And when we finish this drawing, the computer program will draw a 3D, I call it a walkthrough of your house. And we can literally walk you through your house. If you'd like to place your furniture and decide, well, you know, that window shouldn't be there. I'm putting that piece of furniture there. You need to move that window over. Or a receptacle needs to be there, or a place for a TV to plug into and not see the plug.
Right.
Then we can walk you through your house. You can design where everything goes, and then we can readjust a little bit and put everything just like if you built it yourself one day at a time.